The Cat Eye Network proudly welcomes you to the BCU Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Homewood Suites, Fifth Third Bank, Allstate Insurance, Kelvin Maynard, Doghouse Bail Bonds, and the Volusia Sports Scene. The hottest sports show on local sports in town. And WELE 1380 The Cat, Community Action Talk. And now to the stadium for call of today's game with the kid, Nick Rice, Larry Wesley, and the coach, Steve Allen, on the Cat Eye Network.
To Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. Since the establishment of BCU and FAMU over 80 years ago, the schools have each developed more than their fair share of rivals. But no one matchup brings as many emotions and excitement than the game we have today. Even the appearance of their colors brings anxiety amongst the other team. It's the biggest game of the year, and with 45,000 filing in to watch, we are all ready for the renewal of the most contentious rivalry in all of HBCU football. This is the Florida Blue Florida Classic.
Awesome event for our children.
Colby Blanton sends this one away for Florida A&M. It'll be recovered by the upman, Jaquan Loomis. He's tripped up at the 33.
I think that speaks to the respect that they have for our speed in the back. Not that we have had a lot of opportunities that we have really punished people that way, but I think that they would rather give you 5 or 6 yards, which if we got it in the end zone is 25, give you 5 or 6 yards to eliminate the risk of the big play.
And there should be quite a few big plays in this game because of the amount of athletes, over 85% on these two rosters combined, that reside from the state of Florida.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Right. And one of those is quarterback Larry Brim out of Delray Beach, Florida, went to Village Academy. Brim.
Screen, and we got it set up. Oh, my goodness.
Cameron Rigby, shifty moves, and he's down to the 40, tackled by Braxton Brown.
Great play call, but Nick, can I tell you that as good a play call as that was, we were in a situation right there where it almost got thwarted by Quintez Gallen.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he came out of nowhere there and just couldn't get Cameron on the ground.
Very solid athlete. He was a team captain while at Lincoln High School in Tallahassee.
And he's won some football games there. It's an excellent football program.
A second down and short. Gallen is in the lineup, joining Justin Bennett and Jacaris Wilson as the linebackers for FAMU. Second and short. Brim takes off and picks up the first down on a gain of 3.
Gallen is kind of your rover spur kind of guy. He's kind of he's listed as a linebacker, but he's really more like a fifth defensive back, a kind of a hybrid kind of guy. And he's on the tackle right there as Larry pulls it down and moves the sticks for his first down.
Certainly.
Larry looked a little more like himself there.
He certainly
looked like he had
did.
a burst there. That's good to see.
Looks like he enjoyed the bye week, just like quite a few of these players.
No, absolutely. If anybody needed a bye week, it was the Wildcats.
It was number 2.
And number 2 specifically. Yeah. You're right.
Cameron Rigby looks for a hole on the first down run and is tripped up near midfield. BCU, let's take a look at their offensive starters. On the offensive line, it consists entirely of upperclassmen with Bryant, Buserith, Norman, Morris, and Huff as the starters. Kevis Mitchell joins to Will Davis and Frank Brown at wide receiver. Cameron Rigby is the halfback, with Larry Brim notching his 6th start at quarterback this season, 5th in a row.
And let's not overlook Tupac Isme, who that's kind of a two-headed monster, is how this thing is starting to play out as we go through. You know, they are both carrying the load and doing a nice job.
And incredibly young. Second down, 5 to go for the Wildcats. Brim unloads it down the field, and Joel Davis with the catch down to the 31. He had a great Florida Classic last year, 115 yards a season ago in that Classic, and he's off to a good start here.
That's a real good concept. You just have a stop and then a deep out against that zone coverage, and he 1-7 and sits down right there in the zone where he needs to be. Larry puts it on the money, moving the chains, and here we go.
It was untouched. 7:35 first quarter with the Wildcats down 3, but in business at the FAMU 31.
First and 10, and we've got a 3-by-1 to the field here.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Larry Brim operates out of the shotgun. Rigby the tailback, and he'll get the call. Sweeping left to the 30, blocking to the 20, and is down at the 18, but good enough for a first down.
One of the quandaries that you run into as a defensive coach, when they put trips out there, if you put two low, one high over top and play it as a zone look, you kind of give people blocking angles. And
right.
they turn and we hand outside zone play right there, and it's just tough to get those off those blocks.
He was untouched.
Untouched for 12 yards or so, and here we go. Moves the chains again. We're in the red zone. Let's go to work.
Cameron Rigby, our running back, averaging 5.4 yards a carry.
3-by-1 again. This time we're in a bunch formation. We're bringing him back there, giving him a little phony motion over top.
Tupac Ismi gains 5. Tackle made by Jakaris Wilson, just a true freshman out of Orlando.
I like that concept where we get the wideouts tight. We bring one back across the top and a phony off the zone play. Just gives those linebackers some eye candy there and just holds them for just a bit so the offensive lineman might get on them.
It's allowed that running game to perform pretty well so far. 2nd down and 6. Jamars Tompkins, the tailback, with Bethune-Cookman in the red zone at the 15. They have converted 59% of their red zone trips to touchdowns, and they need the 9 to move the chains here. Larry Brim keeps it himself, and he's got that 9-yard line. Good for a first down.
Good play on a good read on the zone keep there, but I would just be holding my breath, as the coach, thinking that my quarterback has been hurt, and you see him go into the scrum there and into the briar patch, and sometimes
you never know.
You never know. It gets a little rough in there sometimes. Larry's had 3 good runs so far, though he looks very, very. He looks as fresh as we've seen him in 2 months.
Right. Which isn't saying too much. He didn't run very much to begin the year.
Well, he was hurt.
Jamarius Tompkins down to the 4. And these Rattlers are flying around out there on the defensive side.
They are, but the drive continues while on the 4-yard line, and we're poised to poke this thing in here.
BCU's first drive in the Classic last year was a touchdown. 3rd and goal. We'll see if we can do the same.
Oh, and we're going back to our little shift play where we get unbalanced. Yeah. And once again, we fool ourselves.
5:13 remaining first quarter. This is our first penalty. Our referee is Soisman, Jason Soisman. That'll go on the wide receiver, Joel Davis, for a full start. And that will back the Wildcats to the 9-yard line. 3rd and goal for BCU, knocking on the door here, down 3-0.
All right, now we've succeeded in fooling ourselves here with a couple of different shifts and whatever, and now we find ourselves on
the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and we've
2nd and goal.
We've got to get a play run here. We've run 2 different times here and not run a play. So we've gone from having no penalties to having 3 pretty quick.
Very quickly. Snap to Brim, who pumps, rifles it over the middle. Frank Brown, touchdown, BCU.
They blew the coverage there. They lost Frank as the number 3 receiver from the wide field. He just kind of ran a hook over top of the ball in the end zone, and the FAMU secondary lost him, and we're on the board.
Frank Brown receives his 7th touchdown of the season. He only had 1 catch all of last